Introducing the Walker Brothers.
Oh, wow.
Make it easy on yourself.
It's like the Jonas Brothers of their era.
That's some hair. We should be able to guess a decade just from that hair.
The Walker Brothers are truly the golden boys of the record business. What started out as a 3-week promotional tour of the British Isles for the Southern California trio became a full year stay. Had trouble with their visas.
Yeah, it was California. I was gonna say.
The high mark of the year of fervent, fanatic fandom was their record Make It Easy on Yourself, reaching #1 on the English popularity charts.
All right.
A couple things there. Fervent, fanatic fandom,
I like alliteration. I'm a big fan of alliteration.
and then
What do you think the fan base calls themselves?
They might just
Walker
be the
Brothers.
Walkers.
the Walkies.
Oh.
I'm going with the Walkies. Justin, what do you think the fan base calls them?
I think you might have nailed it. I think Walkies might be the one.
I think it's Walker Brothers.
Fan and trade papers reflect the fab popularity of the threesome, John, Scott, and Gary Walker.
John, Scott, and Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some American names. It's funny in English you get like Paul and John.
Yeah.
I guess you get a John there too.
I'm sorry, the only English names you know, the Beatles.
Ringo. Yeah.
I have to wonder, right? Like, the Monkees were originally created as an answer to the Beatles. I wonder if, like, some person felt maligned by the Beatles in the UK and said, you know what we should do? We should create a fake American group from British people, and came up with the most American name possible, like Gary Walker.
Have a year.
All right.
Mark.
1974.
Go for it.
1967.
Really close. 1965.
Ah!
So, the Musical Express reported hysterical receptions, usually reserved for established favorites like the Stones and the Beatles, greet their personal appearances. These guys are as popular as the Stones and the Beatles.
And we even said the Beatles before. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh, that's the
Look at it.
Beatles.
Look at it.
Trying.
I feel like it's, if you put the right collection of words and name drop in the same sentence, then you can imply that they have the same level of popularity as those bands.
There's a lot of sentences along the lines of, you'll hear conversations mention bands like the Beatles. And every once in a while, you'll even hear whispers of the up-and-coming, ever-growing Walker Brothers. This is technically true.
Did you read this?
Is that the next sentence?
Would you skim ahead? Yeah. Many people's tip for the top in 66 are the Walker Brothers, who created hysteria wherever they appear. Many people's tip for the top in 66. There's no commas. Are the Walker Brothers who create hysteria wherever they appear. This is so weird.
It costs too much. Commas cost too much.
But then they used ellipses. Like, who wrote this? Me? This is ridiculous. The Walker Brothers, 65 most dynamic performers, take Britain by storm.
I just have to imagine, like, could there have been some sort of bait and switch, like, at some sort of club, or they like, have you kids ever heard of the Rolling Stones? Well, here are the Walkers.
It's like you ordered the Rolling Stones from Wish.com.
Smithers, I want the Rolling Stones killed. That's the Walker Brothers, sir. Do it anyway.
John Walker, born in New York City, November 12th, 1943. Tallest of the Walkers at 6'4", and tips the beam at 175. This record bracket is a HIPAA violation.
Wait, hold on.
No, it's
Is this in pounds or kilos?
No, they're American, but it does not.
That's clearly, he's putting his stats out there to look for groupies and love on the road. I think it's a bit of a Craigslist ad of like, these guys are hot.
So they don't address the unit when we refer to John Walker, but when I get to Scott and Gary's section, it does refer to their weight in pounds. Also, John Walker, aside from being the tallest, he's 6'4" at 175. By the way,
Real thin.
Yeah. No, he tips the beam at 175. Self-taught on guitar, attended El Camino College in California. First met Scott in high school. They're not related?
Their last name is
Wait,
Walker.
hold on. The Walker brothers are not related.
First met Scott in high school when both played in the same orchestra. Digs Johnny Mathis and Sandy Shaw among the vocalists. There's just ellipses for days. Had a Thunderbird cow. Now wants a Bentley. Loves pork chops. This is a wanted ad.
Yep, I told you.
Single white Walker brother seeking female.
Long walks along the beach.
Wants someday to become an international type of artist. Real name is John Mouse. Lives in Regent Park apartment. Original Walker in that he started working as John Walker with his sister Wendy in a trio backing them. With a trio backing them. Good Lord. This is just spilling the beans on no mystery.
Do you think anyone's swiping right on this?
This whole biography on the back, that's what they had before they had the American Idol like testimonial weep story, sob story going on. Yeah, so you people fall in love with the artist for the story. I mean, it makes sense.
But in this case, they keep pulling the microphone towards them. The interviewer's trying to back away. They keep pulling the microphone closer to them. I'm not done yet.
I love pork chops, but I want a Bentley. I live in the Regent Park apartments. Scott Walker, born in Hamilton, Ohio, January 9th, 1944, 6'2", 165 pounds, blue eyes, blonde hair, bass guitars.
He's from Argentina as well.
He also gave birth on a bass guitar. He lives in an apartment with Gary, the third Walker we haven't gotten to, because they enjoy playing together on bass guitar and drums respectively. The living room of their flat is done in blue, while bedroom is all in red. Bedroom is singular. Even the red bed cover. Who wrote this copy? Do we know? No.
Do we know their landlord's name?
We don't, but we could probably look up the apartments. Attended California Institute of Art in Los Angeles. Shortest sentence on the record. Loves art. Would like a basset hound. Would like a basset hound.
Must love dogs.
Whole sentence. Would like a basset hound.
Very good.
Real name Scott Engel. Now that he is in England, he would like an Austin Healey car.
Does the runtime of reading the album cover exceed the length of the music?
The way we're reading it, maybe. Gary Walker here.
Yeah.
Gary Walker, born September 3rd, 1944 in Glendale, California. 5'11".
Whoa. Whoa.
145 pounds.
Womp womp.
Swipe left.
If you were still reading, you would after this. Called Puddinghead because of his bowl-like haircut. Once played drums for PJ Proby. Brown eyes and brown hair. Went to Glendale Junior College. Dislikes getting up. Also, warm beverages. Loved motorbike chases in California. Enjoys cutting girls' hair. Digs John Lee Hooker, James Brown, and the Mercy Peace, and John B. Great. Likes all well-seasoned food. Real monikers, Gary Leeds. Likes to wear black polo neck sweaters.
It sort of went from dating to wanted ad. Like, is this person on the lam from the law?
It's